Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Edwin I. Today, I am going to speak about something that has entrenched a deep scar into every Indian's heart, and that is the recent Pahalgam attack that occurred on 22nd April 2025, which claimed the lives of 28 innocent civilians who had gone to Pahalgam to witness the beauty there. It is also known as Mini Switzerland. So, before proceeding in this video, I would like to offer my condolences to the families who lost their beloved in this deadly massacre. It has been 7 days since the attack has taken place. Our Indian Army and other security agencies have intensified their crackdown on the sleeper cells and their the terrorist hideouts, along with the active search of the local people who had helped the terrorists to conduct this deadly massacre. So, moving forward to this video, I would like to take you back to a pattern that had been there in J&K, and that is the pattern on attack on civilians. The attack on civilians was common in around back in before 20 years. It was common, but after that the numbers attack against the civilian population had been decreasing, with the large attacks being largely concentrated against the security forces like J&K, CRPF and Indian Army. The reason for this is quite logical. That is, the terrorists want a connection with emotional connection with the local population living there, and if they attack the civilians who are coming there as tourists, which are their main source of livelihood, they will be losing their sympathy with the terrorists. So therefore, for the terrorists to keep on using the local population, they had to make the civilian population continue their way of tourism. So as a result, the tourism sector boomed in J&K. If you look at the data given by the government, approximately in the last year itself, 2 crores tourists came into J&K, which further promoted more, which acted as a catalyst to bring more tourists from our country as well as other international countries as well. So also I would also like to highlight the other aspect that a few years back, this attack, our government as well as media had been be very vocal about the fact that the state of normalcy has been achieved in J&K, and the state of terrorism had gone down, and therefore there had been many initiatives of tourism being taken up by government. As a result, the tourism sector boomed. Now this attack comes to rupture this image that is created by the government this time. So also I would also like to mention that the attack of Pakistanis is closely synchronized with the visit of high official foreign dignitaries. Like in this time, the attack was synchronized with the incoming of US Vice President J.D. Vance. Earlier also, an attack had been conducted by Pakistan when US President Bill Clinton had arrived in India. Okay, so if we see, India had retaliated in the past for in Pulwama, Balakot. It had attacked in Balakot, Pathankot, etc. Now, in this case, the retaliation that is taken, the retaliation steps that India has taken is, first is the suspension of Indus Water Treaty. India has unilaterally withdrawn from the Indus Water Treaty, giving India an advantage over the control of water flow to Pakistan. This is more of a leverage to India than the stopping of water, because India doesn't have the infrastructure currently to stop the water flow to Pakistan, but it has the ability to regulate the flow of water. As a result, it has a leverage, because when there is a crop sowing season in Pakistan, India can decrease the flow of water, which will be adversely affecting the agriculture sector in Pakistan. Second is the suspension of SARC visas as well as normal visas to the Pakistani citizen. And third one is the the closing of Atari border, and fourth one is that India has requested its diplomats as well as the military advisors of India to come back to India from Pakistan, as well as the Indian authorities have also served notices to the Pakistani diplomats as well as the defense advisors in Pakistan embassy to go back to their country within few weeks. So, now the question arises: which authority was caught at lapse? Who is responsible for this attack? There should be a proper inquiry set up by the government to find out which authority or which person was at lapse, who was caught sleeping. A thorough inquiry must be done to bring forward the people and agencies which were responsible for this attack. As I was going through the newspapers, I had got the information that the intelligence of the Pakistani terrorist conducting reconnaissance in Pakistan, in Jammu and Kashmir, checking for identifying their targets and also checking hotels a few weeks before this terrorist attack, but nothing was done using this intelligence. Third, another thing that I would also like to mention is the media trying to capture on this Pahalgam attack to gain a TRP. If you had been following news, you would be noticing that the media has been using all kind of cheap tactics to boost their TRPs by spreading a Hindu-Muslim divide. And no doubt that the terrorists there had used Hindu-Muslim divide as a main point of this attack. That is because, in my opinion, that our government leadership is also using the same tactic to divide the Indian society to gather votes. So I would want these media to have little more morals in them, so they don't make our Indian citizen they don't make our Indian society more divided on the basis of religion lines. And also, lastly, I would want to say that India needs to change its policy of defensive. It should be changed to offensive defensive, so that any kind of threat can be retaliated as soon as possible, and also maintain a defensive stand. So guys, let me know your opinions in this regard, and you can comment whatever comes to your mind regarding this topic. Thank you.